Hello, we hope you're enjoying your stay at Toshi's place.
To help you make the most of your time in Kamakura, we've prepared this sightseeing guide.
Today, we'll introduce you to Choju-ji Temple. It's a true hidden gem just waiting to be discovered, and actually, it's especially perfect if you're enjoying, the relaxed pace of a longer stay, maybe like here at Toshi's place. Our mission today is really to take a deep dive into this amazing sanctuary. It's a place where profound history and this incredible tranquility kind of come together. It offers a real escape from the sometimes bustling crowds of Kamakura.
That's spot on. Choju-ji Temple is, famously known as a secret spot. It's cherished mostly by insiders, really, precisely because it's only open to the public for very limited times. And that rarity means when you do get to visit, you're granted this unique, almost private glimpse into Kamakura's quieter side. It's a truly special experience.
Absolutely. So, okay, let's start by digging into the temple's really fascinating history. Imagine stepping way back, like all the way to the early 14th century. That's when Shojuji that's first came into being. And what makes its origins so remarkable, its founder, it was none other than Ashikaga Takaji, or shogunate, the very first shogun of the Muromachi shogunate. And he established this temple right here on the exact site of his former residence.
Right where he lived.
Can you imagine the echoes of history, walking on ground where a shogun once lived, where, decisions that shaped the country were probably made?
It's incredible. And what's really intriguing here is the significance of that connection. This wasn't just like a personal project for him. Chojuji was designated the top rank of Shizan. That's Jinshizoido.
Really? Okay.
Now, just for some context, that's a status just below the absolute top tier, the Kamakura Gozan temples. So this designation wasn't just honorary. It meant the temple held, immense influence. It got consistent financial support, strong protection directly from the powerful Ashikaga family. It really underscores that deep, almost sacred bond between the shogunate and this specific Zen sanctuary.
And the family's dedication didn't just stop with the founder, did it? It carried on.
Indeed it did. Takauji's fourth son, Ashikaga Motuji, that's Ujiwai, he served as the first Kamakura Kubo.
Ah, the deputy.
Exactly, the shogunal deputy for the whole Kanto region, which was vital. And he later took on the big job of developing the main temple buildings. So you can really see the family's legacy literally built into the structures you'll explore. In fact, the temple's name, Choju-ji, is a direct homage. It comes from Takauji's own posthumous name, Choju-ji-den.
I see.
It's a tradition in Japan, for temples to adopt names linked to their revered founders, especially posthumously. It just solidifies that connection even more.
So if we connect this to the bigger picture of Zen Buddhism, where does Choju-ji fit?
Right. It's a really essential part of a much larger, very respected Zen tradition. Choju-ji belongs to the Kinchoji school of the Rinzai sect, and specifically is considered a tachu.
A tachu.
Yeah, a sub-temple of Kinchoji Temple Un, which, holds the title of Japan's oldest Zen temple.
Wow. Okay.
And what's interesting about being a tachu in such a prestigious lineage is that these smaller temples are typically built either within or very near the main temple grounds, often by disciples sort of to honor a deceased high priest.
Ah. Okay.
So this unique relationship, both architectural and spiritual, really contributes to Chojuji's distinct, almost exclusive character. It's not just standing alone. It's like a vital living branch of this ancient Zen family tree, carrying forward a specific spiritual legacy.
Okay, all right, let's shift gears a bit. We've traced the history. Now let's explore what makes Choju-ji such a profound experience for the senses and the soul today. We mentioned it's a hidden gem, and that's mainly because it's usually closed to the public. It only opens its gates on select days, which honestly just adds to its allure, doesn't it? That sense of discovery.
Definitely.
We're talking limited periods. In spring, it's typically April through June, and then again in autumn from October to early December.
Which brings up a really crucial question for anyone planning a visit. How do you make sure you can actually get in? Okay, so the open days are usually Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays, and national holidays. But here's a little tip we always share. It can sometimes include weekdays too, so it's always wise to check their official updates right before you plan to go.
Good tip.
As for the practical stuff, visiting hours are pretty strict, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. And last admission is right at 3 p.m. sharp. And the admission fee is very reasonable, just 300 yen per person. A small price for such a deep experience, really.
Now, a very important piece of advice, especially thinking about Kamakura's weather, which can be a bit unpredictable.
Yes, definitely keep this in mind. The temple might close its doors if it's raining, or even if the weather worsens during the day while you're there. So if the forecast shows even light rain, we really recommend inquiring in advance. Maybe give them a call if you can. A little planning saves disappointment.
Absolutely. But when you do step inside,
Yeah.
oh, the true centerpiece waiting for you is just magnificent. It's the stunning Karsansui, the dry landscape garden. People often say it's like a painting, and honestly, it genuinely moves so many visitors.
It really does.
What's also special is that it was renovated relatively recently, back in 2007, and by Sony Landscaping, a firm that's famous for crafting some of Kyoto's most incredible gardens.
Top tier.
So this isn't just, a pretty garden. It's like a living meditation, a landscape designed to evoke nature's vastness but in miniature. You'll see elements like pristine white sand, rich green moss, vibrant Satsuki azaleas, graceful maples, bamboo, all working together. And it transforms so beautifully with the seasons. It's a masterclass, really, in how even a renovated space can hold centuries of Zen thinking.
Oh, the garden truly comes alive through the year. It's captivating. In spring, you get the delicate cherry blossoms, the elegant irises. Early summer brings these lush hydrangeas. But the autumn foliage, oh, it's an absolute spectacle. It just paints the garden in these breathtaking, vivid reds, oranges, golds. Even in winter, you might catch the subtle beauty of plum blossoms. And speaking of autumn, right beside the main hall, there's this large, fragrant olive tree, a kinmokuse.
Ah, the smell.
Exactly. It's incredibly sweet, distinct aroma just fills the grounds during that season. It creates this immersive sensory experience that honestly stays with you long after you leave.
Beyond the garden, though, there are other really significant features that connect you to the past, aren't there?
Definitely. In the back of the grounds, you'll find a five-ringed pagoda.
Okay.
And legend has it this pagoda actually enshrines a lock of Ashikaga Takauji's hair.
No way. Really?
That's the story. And it's housed within something called a yagura, which is a truly unique horizontal cave-style tomb. These aren't just regular tombs, they're carved directly into the hillsides. It's a very distinct architectural feature, kind of born from Kamakura's unique landscape and medieval burial customs. It shows that deep link between the spiritual and the natural world here. Pretty distinctive, right?
That's incredible. Really unique to Kamakura.
And then there's the Cannon Hall, another absolute must-see. It has a particularly fascinating past.
Ooh.
Yeah, its history is quite unusual. The ground floor was actually relocated and meticulously remodeled during the Taisho era. It came from the multi-storied pagoda of Choju-ji Temple, all the way in Nara.
Wow, they moved the whole floor.
They did. And this relocation isn't just a quirky fact. It kind of speaks to how temples were interconnected, how sacred structures were sometimes reused throughout history. It makes this Cannon Hall a living piece of a broader Buddhist story in Japan. Inside, you'll find this beautiful statue of Shokan Basatsu, the symbol of compassion. And look up. The ceiling is adorned with these images of heavenly maidens. It creates this truly dreamy, ethereal space that beautifully evokes the Pure Land.
The Pure Land, like a celestial paradise.
Exactly. In some Buddhist traditions, it's seen as a realm where spiritual progress is easier, a serene, beautiful place. And this hall captures that feeling. Oh, and don't miss the statues of Ashikaga Takauji himself and the temple's founding priest, Kosen Injin. They're enshrined in the main hall.
Right, and for that sort of inner peace element, sometimes they display scrolls, don't they?
Yes. Sometimes you'll find these exquisite hanging scrolls featuring Enso, it's a circle, drawn in just one single uninhibited brushstroke.
Simple but powerful.
Very. It's more than just a symbol. It's like a meditative practice in itself. It represents the universe, emptiness, the unity of mind and body, really embodying the Zen idea of mu, or emptiness. It truly makes Choju-ji a place for deep inner reflection, not just, quick sightseeing.
That's a wonderful point. So how does one best sort of immerse themselves in this unique tranquility when they visit?
Well, the experience is thoughtfully designed. You typically begin with quiet worship in the main hall. Then you gently proceed to the shoin, which is the study hall, and then the kohojo, the small abbot's quarters.
And it's from these halls, right, that you get that famous framed garden view.
Exactly. They've thoughtfully provided these comfortable red cloths, soft cushions, even some chairs. It creates such a relaxing space. You can just sit there and simply soak in the scenery. It literally frames nature like a living artwork. It really invites you to focus, meditate, feel that peaceful detachment.
When I first experienced it, I remember it had just rained lately. The moss was this vibrant green, and the silence. It felt almost sacred. My advice to you, just allow yourself a moment there. Maybe close your eyes, Listen to the birds, the wind rustling. It's a truly peaceful, meditative moment you won't forget easily.
That really highlights how perfectly suited Choju-ji is for deep calm, for quiet contemplation. It's truly ideal for peaceful reflection, whether you're visiting alone to clear your head or maybe sharing a quiet moment with loved ones. It's one of those rare spots where you can genuinely quiet the mind and just be present, away from all the digital noise.
And here's a specific, really valuable tip, especially for those of you enjoying a longer, more relaxed stay in Kamakura. Perhaps like at Toshi's place, where you've got those great kitchen facilities and more flexibility.
Ooh, good one.
You have the chance to visit Chojuji on its public open days, but try to go in the early morning. This often means you can enjoy really unhurried time viewing the garden in peace, often before any crowds arrive. It makes the experience even more personal, more profound. It's a real opportunity to connect.
That is a game-changing tip for a truly serene visit, honestly. Now, while photography is permitted, it's really essential to remember the temple's respectful etiquette.
Right.
It's only allowed after you've finished your worship in the main hall, and must be done discreetly, without disrupting the tranquility for others. So this isn't really the kind of place you rush through just to snap a picture for Instagram. It's truly a place to experience, not just photograph.
Good point.
Also, guests are kindly asked to refrain from loud conversation. And crucially, please avoid stepping on any moss or venturing into the actual garden areas. This helps protect these precious cultural assets and maintains that wonderful, serene atmosphere everyone comes to enjoy. Photography-only visits aren't allowed either, by the way.
Okay, important things to remember. So, how do you actually get to this amazing sanctuary of calm?
Good news on that front.
Yeah.
Choju-ji is conveniently located in North Kamakura. It's just a delightful 10–15 minute stroll from Kita Kamakura Station.
Oh, that's easy. Super accessible, yet it feels like a world away once you're there.
Exactly, and that's another intriguing aspect, isn't it?
Hmm.
How it perfectly combines such easy accessibility with its unique calm. It's quite rare to find a temple that's so simple to reach, yet remains wonderfully free from the usual tourist bustle. Makes it perfect for finding that bit of serenity right in the heart of Kamakura.
And one final practical note. There's no parking available on site.
Right, good point.
So public transportation is definitely highly recommended. Just hop on a train, enjoy that short, peaceful walk.
What did you think?
Choju-ji Temple truly is a special experience. It feels like it transcends time somehow. It blends the profound faith of the Muromachi shogunate, the Ashikaga family's legacy, and Kamakura's beautiful nature, all into this profoundly peaceful space. It's not just a visit. It feels more like a journey into quiet thought and deep history.
And maybe this raises an interesting question for you, our listener, as you explore Kamakura. What other hidden gems might you discover by taking a moment, stepping off the well-worn path, and really seeking out places of quiet beauty and deep history during your stay? Something to think about.
We hope the rest of your stay at Toshi's place will be filled with wonderful memories.